Hi Ashley, Mark here from Exposure Ninja. Thank you very much for getting in touch and getting your website across for review. I've got some great news. We can certainly help you with those leads and getting you up that first page on Google. Now I'll take a look at your website here and give it a little breakdown and give you some feedback. The first impression is it's a little bit dated, to be honest, and it's not great to navigate around. It's a bit here, there and everywhere. Too much text going on in here, especially when you drop this menu down, it's endless. So what do we need to do? We need to give you some little menus, some little subtitles and drop downs, just to make it nice and easy and smooth for the customer when they come in viewing your site. We can elaborate on some of this section down here at the bottom with some, helpful, relevant updates, some news on a blog maybe, which we can start to link to your social media handles and start getting some feedback on those. So that would be great. The opening times over on this section, we need to clarify this a little bit, and then we can enhance this 24-hour service and call out up here at the top in big bold letters so it stands out. The external link is a little bit confusing, I think, for your customers, because it then takes you to another website. So it's like, which one's the main site? So what we need to do is bring these together and have a nice, crisp, clean, one website with lots of personality. We'll get your address pinpointed on a map so it's nice, clear and stands out. The telephone number, this is a big error that we've got here. We don't want to have to click on another section to just view your telephone number. So what we need to do is have this up at the top of your page in big bold numbers, and this has to be clickable. It has to be a link that someone can tap on their smartphone and their iPhone and be able to ring direct to you. Without that, it's going to be a lot of messing around for somebody, and they're not really going to go away, jot down your number, then try and come back and ring it. They'll probably just go straight off your website and then maybe go on the next person on Google and try and get basically a number so they can just click straight away, because nobody wants to be messing around, especially if they're in a breakdown situation. So we'll give this site a bit of a makeover, a nice revamp with some big company headlines and images, with some great call to action points, and the number at the top to make sure we've got some simple contact forms as well underneath that on each page of your site. We can also look at incorporating some service plans. I don't know if you've thought about that in your business, but these can be great for repeat business and building up the leads and recurring income. So we'll discuss that in further detail. The other thing is the analytics. I've noticed you've not got any Google Analytics set up, so we'd like to get that done as a priority really, as this gives us a great insight into what your customers are doing when they come and visit your site. For example, what they're clicking on, what they're not, how long they're spending on your site, or whether they're just clicking straight off. So it gives us a more in-depth view and can help target specific areas that may be causing a problem. So it's a fantastic must-have tool. I would highly recommend we get that up and running. Now the other thing, the mobile friendly test. I carried out a test to see if your site is mobile responsive, and as you can clearly see, it's a bit of a random mess and it's not. So that's a big no-no. It's a massive factor these days, especially in this day and age, as nearly everyone is on a smartphone. So it's clearly something that we need to help you with and get you up and running on that ASAP. More than likely, a lot of customers will be broken down by the roadside and jump on the phone looking for a quick response. So if this pops up, they'll be taken aback a little and it's just a bit of a mess. So more than likely, they'll just hit the back button straight away and that's your customer gone. So we can set that up to mimic the new website, nice, clear, concise, and a nice friendly feel. So your big click to call telephone number at the top, which is always going to be our main call to action. So we'll move on to the search, the Google search, just to see where you're coming in those. We've put in here the car breakdown in Royston. So I've run a couple. We'll have a look at this one first. And I found you don't have any Google AdWords campaigns live at the minute, which is great because it's something we can certainly implement. And looking at this, you've no competition either, which is even better. So there'll be no problem getting you up here at the top of the Google search, especially for that keyword phrase. Again, in the searches, you've got a little bit of conflicting, confusing. You've got another name here and a few different websites. You've got the 505 one and the Ash Vehicle Services Limited. So again, we need to bring those together as one with multiple pages, sub-pages to elaborate on each little section, so people become familiar with the one site and the one address. Any local directories we've got in here, like yale.com, we can get you in those, so that'll help bump up the organic search. And again, as stated earlier, we'll look into the social campaigns, get some reviews on here, get them looking a bit better, get them bumped up, and get you highlighted on these Google Maps. Same with the Cambridge area as well. We've done a little search on that, the car breakdown Cambridge. The only competition on this keyword phrase is Green Flag, and they're just a national outfit. So we can really zone in on those local areas specific to your company with our pay-per-click AdWords campaigns and get you set up on those. Again, another confusing site. This is yourselves again, so it takes you to a different website this time. So again, incorporate all those together, get them all on a crisp, nice, clean, single website. So you can just get on one for all your products, services, and just a few little drop downs that just makes it nice and clear. So at the minute, it's a little bit dated, the site, and behind in all areas of optimization, to be honest. But that's great, as there's a lot of potential and room to grow. So that's fantastic for yourself and your company. So firstly, we'll get that website revamped, looking slick, easy to navigate, definitely mobile friendly, crystal clear calls to action, get the analytics integrated and work on the SEO side to get you up on the organic searches. Then we'll like to have a look at getting you on the Google AdWords pay-per-click campaign, get that up and running, as it's a massive positive due to the fact that it gets you straight to the top of Google search. And works even better is that it's little to no competition, which is brilliant. So we'll break that down when we get a plan together, the cost, the bids, the keywords, phrase, this, that and the other. There's a lot of little intricacies to deal with, but we can do all that on your behalf. So a few key things to take away, and it will make a massive difference, is the website update, a revamp. Making it mobile responsive, definitely number 2 priority, and getting your analytics in. And we need that big clear call to action with the number to click. So that'll be a massive improvement. And definitely number 3, getting your pay-per-click campaign up and running. So those 3 things will see your leads skyrocket in no time, I can assure you. And then the SEO and social campaigns we can look at in more detail, as they're more of a slow burner. So we need to continually and gradually implement some changes and updates, little tweaks here and there to that. So what I'd like to do now is get you on the phone with one of our consultant ninjas, as we call them. These are the experts who will discuss all of this information I broke down to you, just in a little more detail, and put together a specific marketing plan. So when will be best to arrange the call? How about tomorrow morning, or is afternoon better for you? Fantastic. Tomorrow at 3 is perfect. Thanks for your time, Ashley, and we'll be in touch tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day.